Good morning, friends. How have you been this summer? We are in September and I'm getting ready to complete my second and yet another artwork from Terrestrial collection. I hope you watched my last video where I introduced a little bit of the project inspired by rainforests, monkeys, and if you haven't already, this is yet another chance to be introduced. I did the initial sketching somewhere last month, and with that immediately a base coat of a blended green to cover the forest area which I am intending to add my plants and flowers. In the first sketch, I had 2 to 3 monkeys, one protege and another in the background. Then I thought the protege is a baby squirrel monkey. So given the size of the canvas and the size I want the monkey to be, I thought I will let him take all the attention and practice some botanical drawings around him. Now do mind it that I say I'm practicing all of these techniques, blah blah, but what ends up happening is I define my technique and I own it in between learning like a technique that's already existing. It's not easy to explain, is it? This is my third monkey and I challenged myself to go without thumbnailing it because I wasn't in the mood for it, one, and in fact my first draft was made on this canvas, so I couldn't reimagine of any other variations. And as for my own work, I enjoy when I get to prompt as I go. I do it most of the time naturally, and it kind of makes the process less boring and totally get my brain immersed in the picture. Well, if you're working on a commission, this option could get you in trouble. The painting techniques I used are quite free course. So first I made a prequel in acrylics, then adding in undiluted oil paint for a layer of projection, and I made a spontaneous discovery of safflower oil in my local store, and I read a bit more of it, and also it was not in a cheap shelf, so to be sure I will comfortable using this for a while. Blending with safflower oil has a shiny effect and it does take a bit longer to dry, like 2 days, so in a way I can mix in additional details if I want in between, and it dries off to a glossy surface. Now is it a wow for me? I don't know. I'm surely exploring more matte surfaces and texture definitely. With my oil paints, they originally come in matte with high consistency and spreading super gooey, gorgeous colors. Sitting in the front room this time. This is where most of the natural light gathers. But I have to turn the canvas to facing the road. It is almost as if I'm getting exposure therapy. But I'm definitely on my feet with having to change the perception until it doesn't come back to negative notions anymore. Also this summer, I met a friend, someone interesting, and she happened to be a real-life researcher of monkeys and dedicating her life to conservation of monkeys in Africa. And I couldn't keep my calm about it. It was so intriguing and I couldn't wait to show her the collection I started. But I was impressed of how much the relevance mattered to me. How something I'm working on right now is so enormous to the point it had already changed someone's entire life. Little meeting scaled up my whole idea and kind of validated my point. She also left the city the same summer to reunite with her children. And guess what? Some of them are monkeys. I am honored to have met her. It's a meeting Jane Goodall kind of moment.
To just think of it as a being, as a part of this natural, beautiful tapestry of life.
It's the rainy season now. Every day at noon there's a storm after a big wind, so everyone rush home a bit early. As of me, I enjoy the peace and quiet of being in my art room with pouring sounds and a completely focused brain activity. I have gotten fully invested in this project and it's growing inside me. But it's truly fascinating. And I'm curious about my subconscious and pretty excited to find out how this collection will turn out. Somewhere by the end of this year, we are already approaching to, because endings can feel super rushed and messy. So I think I will try and up the pace now, which is beginning of the fourth quarter, and instead smooth out the drama of paintings for the finale. That being said, I have started my next piece and the one after, which are going to be hand embroidery and another painting. But guess who they are? You kind of know the answer. But I'm gonna save the mystery for my next video, of course, which will be about that. I'm grateful, my friends, if you came this far in the video with me and my squirrel monkey. So, are you starting over with something more meaningful to you in life right now? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel and do reach out to my social media here in the description for if you're interested in commissions and collabs. So, signing off for now. Thank you for the support. It really means the world in this journey of truth. I'll see you in the next video.